Hi everyone, this is Dan from Headmania, and today we're going to talk about benchmark AHB2 power amplifier. This is the amplifier. As you can see here, it's quite small. It's very sturdy, but it's small. I like this about it. It was really easy to play around with, easy to test, easy to move around. It's something that I really appreciate, especially since before this I had big amplifiers, 145 kilograms, Master 10, another 155, something from Singdac. It, it was not a pleasure to move them around, and also my back was hating me and hating my life choices at that point in time. And I would say that this is definitely an improvement. It actually sounds better than any of my previous amplifiers that I tested up until the Chord Ultima, which you can find the review for in the link down in the description, also on my website headmania.org. But what's going on here? This is basically an amplifier that I've been owning since September 2021. It's one of my favorite amplifiers ever, both in headphones and in speakers, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm not going to talk about specifications or technical stuff. You can read it on any other website or the product page on Benchmark. The fact is that this is the most pure sounding amplifier that I've ever heard, or the cleanest amplifier that I've ever heard. Also, one of the most precise amplifiers, if not the most precise amplifier that I've ever heard so far. And it's actually something that it's also apparent on headphones, but also on speakers. Of course, it depends on the speakers and the matching with the rest of your system, but I managed to get it to sound, in some situation with some components, incredibly awesome. And I'm going to talk about it in this review. First of all, I tested this amplifier with a lot of headphones, like Hi-Fi Man HE1000 SE, Meze Elite, Meze Empyrean, Meze Lyric, ZMF Calderas, HD and 650, and a couple of ODZs. So basically, I ran a lot of headphones on them. And even focals and dynamics and stuff. The fact is that with I noticed that with planners, usually it sounds amazing, and with two of them, it sounded spectacular. With dynamics, with focals or something that doesn't require a lot of power, I felt that it was too sterile. It was not very enjoyable, right? With 800, 650, 650, it was quite good. It's actually very, very good. It was a good combination with those headphones, probably because it requires a little power in a lot of ohms. So that's something that also does quite nicely. With the focals, it was not a good combo. With the other planners, it was good, and with Hi-Fi Man HE1000 SE, it was absolutely stunning. It was the best combo I've ever heard with that headphone, because precision, precision, precision. It was able to stop on a dime. I mean, I've never heard something like that. Those headphones are really, really precise and capable of scaling, right, with a good amplifier or a good system. And I never heard this level of driver precision with anything else, even with Susvara. But of course, with Susvara, it's kind of similar in terms of the experience that I had with Benchmark, but I'm going to get into it. So basically, with a Hi-Fi Man HE1000 SE, it was the best combination I've ever heard, and it's hard to replicate this precision and tactility dynamics with anything that I've ever heard so far. Yes, you get more punch or more dynamic response, let's say in other units like really expensive amplifiers or tube amplifiers, but you don't get that level of precision. So the combination between all of that, makes it really, really engaging. It's like really tactile experience, and of course it's I mean, it's so raw and so precise that it's something that I will forever keep in my head as a combination, and how good it sounds from that perspective. Now, when it comes to natural flow, tonality, soundstage, and stuff like that, yes, you can do better than this. And but this is, I'm telling again what I found this amplifier to be amazing at, right? It also keeps most of this with other planners as well, right? It's but the best combination I've ever heard was with the HE1000 AC. Now, with Susvara. Yes, it's amazing with Susvara, and actually, but you need two. So I would not say that it's the best combination I've heard with Susvara with only one of these. Yes, it sounds good, right? It's good. It's actually better than a lot of other options, but it does not wake up the Susvara potential in terms of the bass, soundstage, holography, and stuff like that, and even a bit tactility, right? So I would say that if you want more slam and if you want the best, you have to get two AHB2s for Susvara, which is not necessarily um, cheap, but definitely it's good that you can actually scale. You don't need to sell the unit, you just need to get another one straight up in bridge mode, and then basically you will get the quality of a much better quality with two. And this is, I've noticed this improvement with other with speakers as well and other headphones as well. I would say that the best thing that you get if you add another one is that you get a much bigger soundstage. It sounds much more holographic and much more natural. And actually, what I would say it's with benchmark, sometimes it has the tendency of sounding a bit too clinical, right? Depending on the matching of your system as well. But if you add two, much of that is going away. It sounds much more natural with two of them instead of one. Somehow something happens there. It sounds a bit more the mid-range is a bit more present. You get deeper bass. The treble is still present, but it's a bit more relaxed. And of course, the holography, the soundstage is constantly better with two. This is also notable with the speakers, and I'm talking about the Martin Logan's ESL 11A that I own and I love, and Susvara. And by the way, from that perspective, that's one of the best, or if not the best amplifier or the best solution that I've ever heard with the Susvaras to drive them so far. If you read my Bliss review, I think that Bliss is not necessarily the best for Susvara. It is good. It is better than one AHB2, I would say, but two AHB2s are better than Bliss, and one of the best combination with Susvara that I've ever heard so far. So yeah, this was also a really good combo with the speakers. This is Martin Logan ESL 11A. The speakers themselves are really transparent. They have the electrostatic panel, and with the level of cleanness and purity this ampli is capable of, it was a really good combination. But of course, I would say that if you read my Chord integrated review, you understand why I'm switching to that amplifier. Now, again, this for the price is really hard to beat. And of course, you can also find it at the second-hand prices or the market, and get it even for a better price. But this is why I'm doing this review. I mean, I own this, I liked it a lot, right? I bought it from the beginning, and I've been having it in my house for more than 2 years, and I will miss it. I will definitely miss it because I've never, again, heard an amplifier so precise and so clean as this one. And if I ever tested headphones, I'm trying to test headphones with especially the ones that require more power, with speaker amplifiers as well. I have, of course, an adapter. The fact is that most of the speaker amplifiers sound noisy with most of the headphones that are not Svara or require those level of power. No, this amplifier is really clean. It sounded clean with mostly everything that I threw at it, and that's amazing because it sounds so clean with the headphones. Imagine the purity this amplifier is capable of. So I mentioned. I think that it was not fair to move on and not do a review for this one because it was one of my it is still one of my most favorite amplifiers, especially in this price range. It is very hard to beat there. So thank you for watching. And by the way, please subscribe and hit the like button and the all bell notification because it really helps me, motivates me to make more reviews for like this for you guys. Because as you know, this is just a hobby of mine, but I enjoy sharing my experience with everyone. And for the next one, which is a preview, I'm gonna do a review for the Mark Levinson 5909 wireless headphones, which sound quite nice, and I will also compare them with Focal batteries. So keep in touch and see you in the next review. Thank you, everyone.